Hello, hello. I see everyone just starting to pop on here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to see everyone popping on tonight. Hope everyone had a great day. My account was never suspended.
Sounds like a scam.
Unless it was a scam, and they says hopefully they've been suspending some of the scams because I've been reporting them like crazy. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was a scammer's account that was suspended. Mine hasn't been, thank goodness. I haven't gotten any community violations or any of those. I'm kind of I'm trying to, if I'm not following you, if we're not friends, you can't, oh yeah, so many scammers, they're crazy. So maybe you tried to message one of the scammer accounts and, let's see. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm so glad to see, hello, hello. Glad to see everyone on here. So for those of you who have, looks like some of you have been on my lives. So for my lives, you put the name of the person you want in the comments, and then my moderator chooses someone, and then I choose someone. We kind of go back and forth. And then the big deal is once I say their name, I describe them. And so you make sure you have to confirm or deny. If you don't claim the spirit, then we see who they belong to. It's called evidential. Welcome, welcome. So glad to see everyone. I hope everyone didn't burn up today. And it was pretty hot here in Nebraska. All right, so y'all ready to get this thing going?
Ferris, grandmother Charlotte.
Ferris,
Ferris.
grandmother Charlotte. So, Ferris, if you're on here, I'm about to try to call up your grandma, Charlotte. So make sure you're listening and you're confirming if it's the evidence is correct. The first thing I get off of her, I'm seeing a heart. It looks like a heart necklace. Also, she is showing me that she was, I was about to say a fluffy lady. She's like, I was straight up heavy. Okay, I don't know about all that. But anyway, she was a fluffier lady. And she had gray hair that was kind of teased and just everything was in place. She also is showing me wearing those older lady like knit pants with a button-up shirt. And she always had like a nice powdery smell to her. She wore makeup, but not a ton of it. She's showing me that, and her skin just looks so soft. Like I just want to say, she had such soft skin. So Miss Ferris or Mr. Ferris, if you're on here, please confirm or deny the information and we'll figure out if this spirit is yours. Just because I try to call up your grandma Charlotte doesn't mean that's who it is. We'll give her a few more minutes.
Not my grandmother. I do hope she comes through though. Not my grandmother.
Okay, thank you. I'm so glad that you confirmed that. Okay, so listen up. We have a grandmother here for the taking, and as I'm saying grandmother, she's correcting me, and she's saying either Mima, Mama, something like that. It's either Mima or Mama. She has gray hair that was very like in place, and it is very hairsprayed and teased and all the things. It looks nice though. Grandma's hair looks nice. And she's also showing me something about a heart necklace, but if you said, oh, there's a heart bracelet or something, I would take it. It's like a heart necklace. And was kind of a heavier lady, and she's showing me wearing these knit pants with a button-up shirt. And she always had a nice powdery smell about her. So is this anyone's Mima or Mama?
One person came on there. She always had jewelry on. It was heavier, and she always wore play. Whatever that is. She said Marie Angela. She called her, I think, Mama, but it might have been Mama.
Marie, you said?
Marie.
All right, looks like Miss Marie. We have your, I was about to call her grandma again. She's like, that is not my name, honey. So she's being very sweet, but she very much is owning that she was not grandma. She was mama or mima or something like that. this lady is very much showing me she also liked flowers a lot. And how hot, I don't know where you're at, but she's talking about it's,
She was mama, not me mama.
oh, mama.
Not mama. Yeah, I don't know.
Alrighty. Okay, so she is very much talking about, for whatever reason you've been really missing her lately. It's about the time of the year, something's been going on that you've really been missing her lately. And she's acknowledging that she can just feel your heart kind of aching for her. And when spirits come up and acknowledge what you've been going through or how much you've been missing them, also she shows me, like, have you been journaling or writing something? She's also showing me you journaling or writing something. And she's very much, that's just a sign that she's around you. And tired, you've been really tired, honey. Is that head metal?
She loved to garden and loved summertime. I was calling out to her yesterday.
She heard you. When spirits step up with things and acknowledge things that are going on, or they've heard you really talking to them or calling out to them lately, it's just a sign that they're around you. Sometimes when we're heavy in our grief, it's hard to, we want our spirits with us so bad. We want them there physically so badly. We can't feel them with us energetically. And so it's a sign that she's around you.
She's been very tired.
She is always around you, and she's been, for what it's worth, I'm not here to give medical advice, but she's saying, she showed me my melatonin that we have here in the house, which tells me you have not been sleeping well. So I would not suggest you take melatonin. You talk to your doctor or whatever they suggest, but your mom's acknowledgement that you need to take something because you just haven't been sleeping well, she said. Kind of decompress. She's showing me maybe if you journal right before you go to bed, kind of decompress and get it out. She is a little bit concerned about how tired you've been and just not taking care of yourself properly, not getting the right amount of rest. And she's like, I hear her, I'm around her. So make sure you're getting some rest, honey. That can be the worst thing. When you get tired, oh my goodness, I know in my world when I get tired, everything seems so much worse than what it really is. So make sure you're taking care of yourself and know that your mom just proved that she's around you, so she's around you all the time. You can talk to her anytime you want. Yes, it's fun to come to a medium and have us confirm it for you, but you can talk to your spirits anytime you want. All right, thank you. Thank you for letting me bring your mom through. Do you have someone else?
Andy K is looking for her Aunt Dot.
Andy K?
Auntie?
K is looking.
I think her name is Carrie.
You're looking for Aunt Dot, you said?
Aunt Dot.
Okay, so Aunt Dot is showing me that she is, she's a big cooker lady. She's showing me with my gumbo pot, which I don't know that there's gumbo in it, but which is a big, like, stock pot type thing. And she showed me she liked to entertain. She liked to host family events. The family, everyone in the family was hers. NTK 76, is she saying yes because this is her spirit, or yes, she's excited I'm reading them?
I don't see Auntie K.
Yeah, she came up with the yes exclamation point, so I wasn't sure if she was excited because it was her spirit or she was excited because I was reading her. Anyway, either way, I'm excited.
So her, yes, that's her.
Thank you. I thought you were all excited, which I know you are. I'm just teasing you. I was like, oh, she's all excited to get her reading. Yes, this lady was like, love, everyone's family needs an aunt like this. The one that just is doing all the hosting events, making everyone feel loved. Just come on, welcome. And she never got tired of it. I feel like she never got tired of people being in and out of her house, and she never met a stranger, this lady. She's very much was hospitality. I was like, what is she saying? I couldn't figure it out. It was hospitality. That was the word she was using. Hospitality was definitely her gift, and it's how she showed her love for others. And she's actually saying, Auntie Kay, that you do the same thing. You very much have a very big heart, and though you're busier than what she was, you still do a great job of hosting and making those around you feel loved. She's also showing me a white bird. It looks like a dove, so that she couldn't be sending you a dove. So I'm not sure what that means to you personally, but she is showing me sending you doves. And sometimes when spirits are talking about sending doves, it is about, are you blocking this person? You want me to? I love it when people come in here and say con artist when I give all this.
I'm not a mod, so I can't do it.
Oh, so it's like, honey, you're letting your jealousy show through.
What's the name?
Here, I'll do it. I was just afraid it would not kick you off, because I thought sometimes when I block people, it kicks them off. All right, it's done. Okay, so Auntie Kay is very much talking, Auntie Dot is talking about Auntie Kay. All these aunties going back and forth. Oh, thank y'all. Those are my favorites. I love those lights. You have that same gift of making people feel so loved. And were you just recently outside? She's showing me you outside, like fanning. It has been so hot. It's like the whole United States has just been on fire. It's been so hot everywhere. And she's showing me you got in somewhere you're in your car. Hello. Oh, I love those. You're in your car and it's just like toasting in your car and you're cranking the AC. So when spirits start showing things that you're doing that you're like, okay, so she showed me get in the car. It's just a sign that they're around you, because I don't let spirits step up and say, yes, I'm around them. You have to prove it. Those spirits have to prove it. So she instantly was showing me what she was doing to be around you. And she shows me you have your hair put up and you have your shades on, you cranked your air. She's like, yeah, I'm always riding shotgun with her. She's talking, thank you. You know, I know that you said that she is your aunt, but she feels so much closer than if I was reading it energetically. I'd read it as a closer relationship. And y'all had a real love for each other. And she's talking about how much she appreciated your heart. You were always there hanging out with her and talking to her, and how much she appreciates you. All right. Thank you so much for letting me read your Aunt Dot. She was a joy to bring through. She was like another grandmother. I would have read it as more of a grandmother energy, just the true love and caring heart she had. She was a lovely lady. She loved everybody. We need more people like her in the world. And those that just love them all. Love, love, love. Okay, so, what do we have here? Okay, so we have a gentleman stepping up, and he has true cowboy energy. He worked with cattle. I was asking him, do you just act like a cowboy? No, he worked with cattle. He has the whole hat on. Hat, jeans, boots. I had to tap, he showed me this like 3 times because I thought I was misseeing it. It was something, so as a medium, when you see things that aren't usual, you're like, am I seeing that right? He shows me actually bull riding. I had to look at that. That's what the quiet was. I was like, what are we doing here? And he shows me.
Kia says, is it a bull rider?
Right before you said that he was a bull rider.
What's her name?
It's Kia.
It's Kia. Who is this to you? It's
And
Kia.
her name is Keandra.
Keandra. Aw, that was perfect. Somebody put the hat on me. So Keandra, who is this to you? I mean, he stepped up and he was instantly, he must have known that you had him popped in your head and you were waiting for me to say he was a bull rider. And yeah, absolutely loved the horses, the cattle.
She's still asking questions. Is he Latino?
So if you're not sure and you're still having to ask questions about it, then it's probably not your spirit. I thought it might be because you instantly, the second I said bull rider, everyone was like, or you were saying, oh, is he a bull rider? And he had just shown me that. So if it's not resonating with you and you still have to ask questions, it's probably not your spirit. So whenever you're being read, it resonates with you because the spirit is letting you know they're going to be tapping you at the same time they're tapping me. Okay, so let me get some more information from him. Okay, so we have someone who he was thin, well built, but kind of on the thin side. He's wearing a hat. I mean, he has the whole chaps and everything, jeans, and he spent his life with cattle and horses and bull riding. Just absolutely loved it. He's showing me he has brown hair, dark eyes. What else you got for me, dude? He feels like more of the Texas, like, it looks really dusty where he's from, like maybe Texas, New Mexico in there. It's Kia.
Same person.
Oh, it's Kia. Yeah, but she, I don't think it's Kia's because she was still asking questions about his identification, so it must not have been. Mine is from Oklahoma. I could take Oklahoma because Oklahoma to me is very dusty. Oh, I don't know.
You're talking to
He wanted he wanted to go to Texas. That's Desert Plot Twist.
What is she saying?
Desert Plot Twist. I was just reading her comments. She said he wanted to go to Texas. Okay, so let me recap and we'll see who we have here. We have someone who was definitely a bull rider. He spent his whole life in that arena, like the cows and not cows, he corrected me, bulls. Bulls and the horses. He's wearing the whole chaps, the jeans, the button-up shirt, the hat. He shows me getting up and like dusting his pants off, grabbing his hat. He actually was injured by a bull one time, he's showing me. And he has brown hair and dark eyes. All right. Does he belong to anyone on here? My brother rode bulls from Oklahoma.
It's Kia.
Got
My
his
brother
ribs.
rode bulls from Oklahoma and got his ribs crushed.
All right. So it sounds like it's you. It's Kia.
Good deal.
All right. So when I said up, we tried to, maybe it wasn't resonating with her. He just kept giving me information that kept fitting until she was like, yes, it's mine. All right. So what you got for me, dude? And it's Kia. He's talking about that y'all were very close and you so respected him and so looked up to him. And you had a huge energetic connection. And when he left, it was like a part of your heart went with him. And you still look up to him. He's saying, everyone should be put on a pedestal the way she put me on a pedestal. And that's just an indication that you didn't see his faults, which he's very glad of. You just thought he was just this greatest thing and never made any mistakes. And he's like, everyone should have someone that looks up to them like that. He's also acknowledging someone in your family has recently had a birthday. And he's showing me a cake, so there's been a celebration, which I'm feeling was a birthday, and it's an acknowledgement that he is around. He still sees those days come through. And so you have been wondering if he was proud of you. Like, does he see what I'm doing? Is he proud of me? It's like, of course I'm proud of her. I will always be proud of her. He said he's proud of your... He's saying kick-ass attitude. Like, you just keep going. You just keep charging forward. yes, you might get knocked down, but you always get up and charge forward. And he's like, how proud he is that you just don't give up. You just keep going, keep going, keep going.
She said her nephew has a birthday coming up on the 24th.
Very good. So right now, I'm going to tell your brother that birthday is coming up on the 24th. That's like, do something to make yourself known. So it's Kia.
For so long, I've been asking him every day.
Be looking for something unusual to happen at the get-together when your nephew's birthday is celebrated. If you're not there, ask them about it, because I just put it on your brother. It's like, do something so that you make yourself known. Make yourself known. He's like, gauntlet thrown. So after he does whatever he's going to do at that party, you have to message me. So go to my website and email me, and
She said she'll keep it in mind.
let me know what he did. I love waking up to those emails. I can't tell you how many times a week I wake up, because sometimes when you have a reading, the spirits will say something that they're doing, or something's not resonating with the client, and once they've had time to sit with it, they're like, oh yeah, I remember that. Now it makes sense. There's no reason to be nervous when you come to readings, but sometimes people are. They're not sure what's going to happen. They're kind of nervous, and it's not clicking right away. So I can't tell you, almost every day I wake up to an email confirming something I've said or something that happened. All right. Thank you. Thank you for letting me read your brother. Matter of fact, there was someone tagged me in a TikTok. I meant to respond with a video, and I haven't done that yet. I forgot to do that. I'll have to do it. And I was talking about her family messing with things in her house. It was in this reading, and she did a TikTok on it, and they had taken a photo in a frame. Let me show you. So it was a round frame, so something like this, and they had turned the picture upside down. I thought that was hysterical. Yes, your spirits do have a sense of humor. They like to have fun too. Okay, who we got?
Wendy, her dad, James, apparently he went by Jimmy.
Mindy, you said, or Wendy?
Wendy.
Wendy. All right, Wendy, your dad, James, and he went by Jimmy. Let's see what we got here.
And she's Wen Livy 3 on the screen.
Okay, so make sure you're listening up. If it's not your spirit, please say, not mine, and we'll find out who it belongs to. So when I was saying Dad, James went by Jimmy, I was feeling facial hair. Nice facial hair. I mean, he kept it trimmed. It looked nice. He's also showing me I don't know why he's showing me chickens. Why are you showing me chickens, dude? Because I don't feel like he had chickens. Okay, so maybe that makes sense to whoever this belongs to. If it's not Jimmy, please say no. So I'm seeing facial hair, but nicely trimmed facial hair. And he's showing me
A beard mainly.
Yeah, beard mainly. Mm-hmm.
She didn't say anything about chicken.
What is this chicken thing? But I don't feel like that he worked with. I mean, I don't feel like he owned chickens, but something about he had something to do with chickens.
Chickens don't relate.
Okay, let's see if that was something that was thrown in there from someone else, and let's see what else you got for me, dude. He was a drinker, but no, not an alcoholic. He was just a drinker. He feels like he was like kind of a country boy, but not. He was a country boy. He was for sure a country boy. Grew up in the country, he's saying.
Yes, he drank beer every day.
Okay. Okay, so I want you to think about this, because I re-tapped him. I was like, am I seeing these chickens? And I am. So I want you to think outside the box on this one, D, because he showed me these chickens. Have y'all recently had a discussion about chickens, talked about neighbors that had chickens, grilled? Like, why is he still... Just kind of think outside the box. This is whenever you are in front of me as a reading, these spirits will show me, we'll get to the bottom of it. Because what I'm seeing, it's like, yeah, no, I'm still seeing it. We talked about chickens.
That was a different person.
It's a different person.
All right. So what else you got for me, Mr. Dad, Jimmy?
No, but my coworker gives us chicken eggs from her farm.
Oh, okay. Okay, very good. Your coworker gives you chicken eggs from your farm. Yes, I know, Dad. Okay. So he kind of put the cart before the horse. Because whatever, he wanted you to know that he's around you and he sees what's going on. So he was trying to throw all this information at me at one time. And before we had identified him, he was showing that he was acknowledging that you get these chicken eggs. I knew it was something about chickens. I knew I had seen a chicken, but that he wasn't working with them. And it was just confirmation that he is around you. He is kind of teasing me, like, because I get teased by spirits all day long because I have certain rules that I go by when I read. And if if you're in front of me, your spirit has already watched me read. You think you choose me? Nope, your spirit sent you to me. And so he knows that you can't just say, I'm around her, because I'm going to say why. And so he was letting you know that he's around you. He is also showing me that he's making me want to, there's been a smell in your house. Like, what is this smell that has reminded you of him? He's showing me you're walking into a room and you're just thinking, that smells like Dad. That smells like Dad. So just know that whenever you walk into a room and you smell your spirit, that is them bringing a spirit memory, kind of, for lack of a better way of explaining it. And it's called clairalliance, clear smell.
Yes, sometimes.
And I really love it when spirit does that, because sometimes if they're dropping into your head, if they're sending you like birds or pennies, you can excuse them. You can kind of rationalize them away. But when they send you something like a smell, there's so many memories attached to smells. And
It came through on the radio before.
very good. I love that. Your dad is so good at getting to you and letting you know he's around you. Y'all had a pretty close relationship, but at some point he's showing me that, not that y'all weren't close, but you had kind of drifted a little bit apart. And so y'all had he's showing me reconnected. And he so wants you to remember those times. And you've been talking to him a lot lately. You've been really missing him. Like, I'm around her all the time. I'm around her all the time. I'm always trying to get to her. It's like he's always trying. So he's showing me.
Are you able to tell me how he passed? And is he around my daughters?
How he passed. How'd you pass, dude? Your dad was also a little bit of a jokester. Because as I was asking him, I was telling him, for the silence, I was like, okay, make my body hurt where you pass. How'd you pass? And I was feeling a tightness in my chest. And so I'm having a little conversation with him. I was like, was it the heart? Was it the lungs? Back and forth. And so then he just like fell out, like being dramatic. Very funny. So he's making my chest tight. And a little bit like I'm having a hard time catching my breath. Also, he's saying that I'm seeing two kids around you, and one of them is very intuitive. Like, one of them is very open to the spirit realm. And,
Yes, he was funny. Sorry, shaking, typing, while typing.
yeah, he was very funny. Like, I was trying to be serious. I was like, where did you make me feel like my body? I'm feeling tightness in my chest. And then he's like, that is one thing that I think, and maybe it's just my personality, because I like to have fun. Yes, there are absolutely serious moments whenever your spirits come up. But overall, they like to leave you with a feeling of positivity. They like to leave you with joy. They remember how hard it is to be on this earth. And above all, they want you to be joyful and have fun. So their personalities really come through when I do readings. And I just really love it. Yeah, I was doing a reading earlier today, and the poor lady, her boyfriend was in the room, and so I knew a spirit was stepping up for him, and so poor kid. He came over and not a kid, he was a grown man, but anyway, he came over and got in front of my camera, and I was like, oh, I know you don't want this, but let me just give you this message. He was so polite and sweet. He's like, okay. I could tell he was uncomfortable, and the spirit that had stepped forward was completely laughing over that. So spirits like to have a good time. They still like joy. And your dad is saying, Wendy, that you have not been doing that enough. I knew that he was coming through with this story. He was coming through with this message for a reason. And he was very much talking about that you need to laugh more. He's like, watch a show. Watch a comedy. Sometimes we get like that. We just get so bogged down in life and the monotony of it. We forget to stop and have a good time. So, Wendy, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you are laughing some for your dad. He says you don't laugh enough. He wants you to watch a comedy. Do something funny. Have a laugh. All right. Thanks, Dad. Okay, someone had said on here, how do you get a reading? Just know, whenever you get off of this live, I will not direct message you. I want to say that first. I will not direct message anyone. The scammers are so prevalent out there. I think someone even tried to communicate with one of my scammers, but don't do it. And they take my picture. So yes, it will be my picture and they will be pretending to be me. So no, I will not direct message anyone. The only way to get a reading is to go to my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. Thank you. You're automatically sent a Zoom link at the time of booking, and then you're sent a reminder a couple of days before, and then another reminder an hour before. You pop on your Zoom screen and there I am. And there's nothing to be afraid of. I know a lot of people get nervous, but nope. All right, we got someone? Oh, it's my turn. It's my turn. So you go, put your seatbelts on. Here we go. Who's going to step up? Who? Okay. So I'm seeing a little boy, 11 or 12, somewhere in there. He liked to play ball. What else you got for me, honey? He died in an accident of some sort, but it feels like an unusual accident, like a four-wheeler or something like that. It feels like an unusual accident. I'm hearing an A name like Austin, Andrew, but more on the Austin side. Okay, so listen up. I'm going to kind of recap what I said. Grab him if he's yours. He is a little boy about 11 or 12. It could be Aaron. I'm hearing an A name, Austin, Aaron. That fits more than Andrew. So we have this A name. He loved to play baseball. I said ball, and he's baseball. He's in a baseball outfit. And he looks like it was a weird accident, like a four-wheeler type accident. Someone said my Amber Lynn, my friend's son. Did you see that? No?
I just put a message out. If everything fits, just reply simply yes.
Okay. So
I thought you were recapping.
Okay, I'll recap again. My moderator said that if it all fits, to just put a yes in there. Okay. We have a little boy. He was 11 or 12. He liked to play baseball. His name is like Austin, Andrew, Aaron. And he died in a weird accident. He's showing me a four-wheeler. So, how much older? Yes. Kindness. You know, he is very much talking about, there is a lot of guilt associated with his, we're with Kindness, 152115.
And her name is Eve.
Oh, very good, Eve. That's much easier. Miss Eve.
And the other person was 12.
Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, so what he's saying is, there is so much guilt, he's saying, around his passing. This little boy loved his life, and he understands that But he could not be contained. He's just wanting people to know. They couldn't have stopped him. He loved his life. He was always on the go, playing ball, riding the four-wheeler, just go, go, go. And he doesn't want any guilt. He had such joy in his life. He knew he was loved. He got to do all the fun things. And he's like, no, I would not have changed my life. I would not have changed my life. He wants his parents to know just how much he knew he was loved, how much he loved all the things he got to do. And he is also saying there have been things done to commemorate his like a memorial. I'm not talking a funeral. That's outside. Even though he is saying a crazy amount of people came to that, he's showing me a line of people like down the block that came to his funeral or his memorial service. So he is acknowledging that, but he's talking about there's been something done in addition to that. His mom is it your mom? Someone in his family is always just talking about him, still posting pictures of him, still keeping his memory alive, and he wants to acknowledge them to know, I see that, I see that, I see them still left alive, my memory is still kept alive. And just a cute little boy. Oh, I said cute little boy. He looked at me like, he was a cute little boy. Do you have a brother? I'm feeling that there is a brother energy around him. And it's an acknowledgement that he sees that, he's so happy that they're still keeping his memory alive for his brother. And they do it in a very healthy way. He's showing me. A lot of times Spirit will come up and they'll say, don't live through me. Make sure that you're living for the kids that are left behind. And his parents do a really good job of that. All right. Thank you, honey, for stepping up. Thank you for taking him. He did a really good job. He did a good job. Yeah, you did do a good job. All right. So thank you for taking him and passing the message along. Looks like I'm about to get some psychic. Okay. Jen. Will I get pregnant this year? This month. I don't think so, Jen. I'm not seeing that. Okay, is Jen going to get pregnant in this year? I am feeling that this year you're going to get pregnant, but not this month. What is this, still pregnant or going through?
She asked if she was still pregnant or if she's going through a miscarriage.
Okay. There's a medicine? Is there a Medina? Whatever. Is she still pregnant? I'm not feeling a lot of positivity in that arena, but just know that when you're asking, these are psychic questions. So when you're asking psychic questions, well, that one's more of what am I feeling? I'm not feeling a lot of positivity in the pregnancy going on, but just know that psychic is not 100%. You're reading the energy of a situation, how it's going and where it's going, but sometimes energy can be changed. Michelle Baker, 31. Is she going to get pregnant this year? I am feeling you're going to get pregnant this year, honey. I'm feeling a lot of positivity around that. Caitlin Souza. Will I be in a relationship? Okay, so that's a little open-ended. Let's put some parameters around that. Will Caitlin be in a relationship in 2022? Yes, you will. Will she be in one by September? I'm feeling maybe October. I'm feeling around October. S. Jobin, is mom guiding her son? Your mom is around your son all the time. Yes, I'm feeling a lot of positivity in that. Candy, does Raymond look at her love messages? I'm not feeling energy directly, like I was picturing the message. I'm not feeling energy directed to that, so I'm not feeling a lot of positivity in that area. Just know that Psychic is not 100%. You can change energy around some things through manifestation work, which is just focusing on your goal and headed in that direction. All right, who we got?
McCarran, M-E-K, McCarran,
McCarran, okay.
23, husband Billy Mack.
McCarran, 23, husband Billy Mack. The second, no, this does not cost you. Just put your name in the comments. If my moderator chooses, then he pulls one and then I pull one. Moderator pulls one and then I pull one. I was instantly feeling someone, like Billy Mack stepped up, or the person I'm describing as him, and he's talking about being taken care of towards the end of his life and really having a lot of care being taken with his illness. Now, make sure McCarran 23, confirm or deny. If it's not your spirit, please just say, no, not my spirit, and we'll figure out who he belongs to. So Billy Mack is showing me that he had gotten pretty ill and weak, and you just had he had such beautiful care. He always felt safe with his caretaker around him. And he misses the smell of coffee. So was he on
She said yes.
on hospice in your house? Because he's showing me like he was home, and he might not could have been drinking the coffee, but he misses those smells.
She took care of
Oh, very good. Okay. He very much loved being home for as long as he was. And so this is for McCarran, bringing up her husband, Billy Mack, and she has confirmed the information that it is her spirit.
Not hospice, but I made coffee for him.
Okay. And he's showing me, like, or making me smell coffee, like, wasn't just the taste of it, it was the whole smell. It just made him feel loved and at home. Also, McCarran, have you noticed your TV, like, doing something weird, blinking off and on, just doing something weird? Because he messes with the electronics in your house. Spirits love to mess with electronics because it's easy for them. That's a high vibrational thing, and the spirits are high vibrational, so they can easily mess with electronics.
I love the smell of coffee.
What'd you say?
I love the smell of coffee.
Mm-hmm. He did love the smell of coffee. Like, I knew it wasn't just about
My
the
phone, I don't watch TV.
Your phone. Okay. Very good. I knew it was more about the smell of it, which he did enjoy the taste too, but I knew it was that smell. He just loved that smell. So you had been wondering where he was. Like, why aren't you around me? I don't feel you around me. And so that's when he started messing with your electronic devices. He's like, I'll let her know I'm around her. He's laughing about it now. Like, he thinks it's so funny. He's like, I got you. I got you. So did you look at your phone and wonder what was going on, or did you know it was him? A little of both, he's saying. He's showing me that you thought for a second, is that him? And then you kind of talked yourself out of it. It's like, no, it couldn't be. So make sure when y'all are getting signs from your spirits, you are not analyzing the tar out of them. You are honoring the effort your spirit is making.
Yes, he had humor. I said, Billy Mack.
Oh, he says, she's still yelling at me like I'm over here in heaven. I can still hear her calling my name. Isn't that funny? I love that about it. He says it completely in a teasing way. He loves that you are still calling his name and yelling at him. You know, I don't always say this because I think it's kind of, when spirits say, tell them I love them, because of course your spirit is going to tell you that they love them. But there's something about the way he said it. He's like, tell that girl I love her. Tell that girl I love her. It was something about the way he said it. It was just so sweet. Like I said, I won't always say it because I think it's kind of general for your spirit to step and say they love you, because of course you're going to say that. But something about the way he said it, I had to pass it along. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Billy Mack. What a good guy. A really good guy. Just sometimes you can just feel the heart of these spirits stepping up, and you're like, oh my goodness, I just absolutely love that.
She said I loved him too. I questioned it after he died.
Oh, Thank you. Thank you for confirming that, because I was still wondering, I don't know, should I have brought that through and you confirmed? Yes, I should have, because you questioned it. So as Billy Mack was walking away, I was like, you did a good job. He said, I don't know why you doubt us.
She said, thank you, you're smiling.
Talking about the spirits. Because sometimes when the spirits give me things, I'll be like, I don't know. Should I say it like that? Should I use those words? All right. So it's my turn. Let's see who we got here. Okay. I don't know why these spirits do this to me. We have a young man. How old were you, dude? He was in his mid-20s. I'm hearing a J name like Jeremy. Jeremy. So, okay, so we have a gentleman in his mid-20s, a J name like Jeremy, Jerry. He died in a fight. Like, he held his own. It wasn't like he was just mob attacked. He died in a fight. It was just one of those fluke things. He makes me feel like he may have fell and hit his head. He was knocked down and fell and hit his head. He's making me feel like he's been gone for a while, because he's showing me kind of a little bit older clothes. Kind of longer brown hair. It could be Jordan, and longer brown hair. And when I say longer, not a crew cut. It's not like mine long, but, you know, just not a crew cut. Just kind of slicked back. What else you got for me, dude? He's showing me this fight occurred like in a parking lot. No, it's not a gunshot to the head. I would have, that's a very different, I'm glad you asked. Don't mind you asking at all, because I did say I feel like he hit his head, but it's a very different feeling when spirits show me a gun or make me feel a gunshot. Okay, so we have a gentleman in his mid-20s. His name was Jerry, Jordan. It could have been Joey. Yeah, Jordan. Let's see.
TJ West, does the rest fit? TJ West. I'm asking TJ West.
TJ West, does the rest fit? Someone said Joey, my brother, was 27 and passed in
That's
2000.
TJ West. But you gave a lot more than just the age and name.
Yeah, I did give a lot more than the age and the name.
Simply reply yes if everything fits.
Okay, if everything fits, please say yes. Okay, I'll recap. If he's yours, yes, yes, yes. Okay, mid-20s, I'm hearing a J name, Jerry, Jesse, could be James, anything like that, J name. He died in a fight, but I feel like it was kind of a fluke thing. I feel like he fell and hit his head. He's making my head hurt, something about a head injury. And he had not really short crew cut hair. It was, gosh, I don't know. It reminds me of like 90s hair or something. All right, so we're going to park this spirit to the side. Could it be a motorcycle accident? No. Nope. Definitely showing me a fight. Showing me fisticuffs. All right, so I'm going to assume that he doesn't belong to anyone just yet. We'll park him to the side. And I haven't had this happen in a while. I was just realizing most of my spirits have been taken right away. You know where they stand? They stand right here, because if I forget about them, they're like, hey, 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 here I am. All right, we'll circle back around to him in a little while. Who we got?
Chloe Money, Chloe, Uncle Eric.
Chloe, Uncle Eric. All right, so Miss Chloe, listen up. If who I'm describing doesn't fit, feel free to say, nope, not my spirit, and we'll figure out who he belongs to. Okay. So as Uncle Eric is stepping up, he's presenting in a t-shirt and jeans, and he has his shirt, his right hand in his pocket, front pocket, and he's saying, he's like, man, dude, that sucks. Like talking about the kid I just brought up. He's also was a smoker. Uncle Eric is showing me that he smoked, and he was very much I know he was a big part of the family, but I'm feeling that every time there was a family get together, everyone's like, "Where's Uncle Eric? Where's Uncle Eric?" Like he wasn't a family get together unless Uncle Eric was there. He's also showing me that he could be very complimentary of whoever was putting the party on. Like if there was food, he was like, "Oh my goodness, this is so good."
Yes.
Okay, very good. He always appreciated, and that's why everyone liked having him around, I think, because he was always so, "Thank you for having me, the food's good." Not that he couldn't be a jerk to some people, he's saying, but you know what I mean. He is, and people still talk about him. Like when y'all have family get-togethers, people still talk about him, and he's like, "I don't know why they think I'm not there, because I'm right there." Just such a nice guy, very much a nice guy. He's also showing me that if there was someone who was kind of away from the party, like sitting down, no one talk, he would go over and say, "Hey dude, what's up?" Like he was always concerned on how people were doing, wanted to make sure everyone was included, wanted to make sure that people knew that they were cared about, and he genuinely cared. It wasn't an act. This guy genuinely had a good heart. He is showing me trying, I don't know if you know this about him, trying to stop smoking a couple of times, and never quite made it. Yes, wanted to make sure everyone was happy. What a good guy.
That's all the time we do. We make sure everyone was happy.
But you know, Chloe, he's telling me that, because I was complimenting him on that. Like, good job. You know, it's so nice of you to do that. And he's showing me that more importantly, what he did that was great, that he didn't realize it until he left, is he left that legacy. People remember him doing that. They remember him going around making sure everyone was talked to and everyone was taken care of. And so people do that, including you, because I remember him doing it. It's like he feels like it's an honor. Y'all are honoring him. Every time y'all emulate him, make sure people are taken care of, make sure that you're talking to everyone and making them feel at home, that you're emulating him and how much joy that brings him to see that he left a legacy. He didn't realize he was doing it at the time. He was just being himself and living his life. But from the other side, he talks about how beautiful it was to have left that legacy. So nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Chloe, for letting me read your Uncle Eric. He, just, what a great heart he had. Okay, I'm going to bring up this gentleman that I had just brought up that no one claimed. So listen up. If everything that's, oh, thank you for the lights, put yes in the comments. So yeah, he was amazing. He just had a beautiful big heart. Okay, so mid-20s, we have a J name like Josh, Jeremy, Jerry. It feels like he's been gone for a while. He's wearing like older clothes, like 1990s, early 2000 clothes. He died in a fight, he's showing me. And it wasn't, and I felt like it was just one of those fluke things, got hit wrong, fell, hit his head, just, it was a fluke. Name James, passed in a fight, head trauma.
Jules Ways is helping.
Oh, Jules Ways is helping. I thought Jules Ways was claiming. Very nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jules Ways, for recapping for me. I appreciate you. So does this guy belong to anyone? It sounds like my brother Jared that died in a curb
Curbstone.
on a fight. It sounds like it. Ari K. Beauty? I don't even know what a curb stomp is, but it doesn't sound
I'll tell
good.
you later.
Okay, my moderator's going to tell me later.
Friend's brother, Jared.
Okay, so I think that we are friend's brother. Okay. So about the time, this happens a lot because y'all know, if you've watched some of my lives, if I have a spirit that's not claimed, I will park him right here beside me. And I knew he must have been about, to be claimed because he tapped my shoulder like, now, now, now. So his sister has really been missing him lately. Like there has been a lot of things going on in his sister's life, like moments of bigness, like graduations and boyfriends and all the things, new kids born into the family, and there's just been so much happening that has brought his passing back up. Because every time, that's the thing about grief, is grief is not linear. You relive grief over and over. It's just something that you think you're over it. You think that you are making headway, and then something happens and it circles you back around to it. And so there's been a lot of that happening in his sister's life, and he wants her to know that he is around her. He sees her. And that, of course, he says, of course I'll be waiting for her. But it's not for a long time. He's also saying that no, he was not scared when he passed. He made the crossing perfectly. He said it's easy, easy, easy. So I'm not sure if they come from a very religious family, like a very black and white, because he is talking about the freedom in which he passed. And I hate to even say the word, but there's no purgatory, basically, is what he's saying. And so he's making me say that word, like there's no purgatory. And so he's being funny now. He's like, oh, stir in the pot, stir in the pot. Like, you're going to be telling people there's no purgatory, and ooh. So, very funny guy. He was someone who did like to kind of stir the pot. He did like to tease and stir the pot and bring things up. And he wants his sister to know that he is at peace. He's like, I'm at peace. It's beautiful over here. And he's with, sounds like he's with grandma, but he didn't call her grandma. It was like a Mima or a Mama. So they had another M name for their grandma. And he wants the family to know, yes, Jules Ways. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. He wants his family to know that he's with grandma. He called her Mima or Mama, something like that. All right. Thank you so much for claiming him and for taking the responsibility for passing those along, those messages along. I appreciate it. He appreciates it. So happy that you're doing that for him. Okay. Let's see who we got going on here.
I'm froze.
Oh, my moderator's froze.
I can't do anything.
He can't do anything. So I'm going to pull someone up, and if he's not unfrozen, you're going to have to help me out, because I think my moderator's computer is dying. It's been around for a long time. All right. Excuse me, I'm going to put some lips on here. My lips are dry. Gotta put some lips on. Okay, who we got next? I want a girl. I've been bringing up a bunch of boys. Y'all got me a girl? Another guy stepped up. I was like, I want a girl. I've been reading a bunch of guys tonight. Give me a girl. So the guy who stepped up was like, fine. Okay, so this girl stepping up, she's showing me she is, how old are you, honey? Early 20s. I'm feeling early 20s. She presented in a swimsuit, and she has not gotten out of that swimsuit. So she very much liked the summer swim. You know, I was hearing an A name. Ashley, Amber. But there's someone in her family or a friend, someone who is extremely close to her with a B name. Her name is an A name. Someone very close to her has a B name. Okay, got that? Listen up. If it all fits, I'm going to run through it and make sure that y'all just say yes. Her name is an A name like Amber or Ashley, but someone very, very close to her has a B name. Bailey, Bella, something like that. The spirit was in their early 20s when they passed. They have not gotten out of their swimsuit. It was all about fun and swimming and all the things. She's showing me that she died or she passed in the summer. Yes, someone just said yes. Are you unfrozen? Okay, my moderator line. So, Shizumam?
Shizumam, yeah. The person was on her roller.
Shizumam said yes. So, sorry.
Yes. She twice.
All right.
I can see it, but I can't do anything.
Very good. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for your help. My moderator's a little frustrated with you. His poor computer.
Her name is Bobby.
Bobby. Oh, that's the B name.
Her name is Bobby.
Oh, very good. I was about to ask you who the B name was that she was close to because, your name has an S on here. Very good. You did a really good job, honey. So, she was also very funny because whenever the gentleman stepped up and I was like, I want a girl. And she's like, flew past him like, she wants a girl. And so the second we were, you claimed her, she was good. She gave me her name. She gave me your initials, all of the things. And she turned around and hit the spirit. She's like, you see, I know how it's done. Like being all head boppy and all that. What a beautiful soul she was.
Her name was Alex.
Alex, all right. Yeah, you see, Alex, you did a phenomenal job. Not only did you give me your name, you gave me, all kinds of sass and attitude coming from this girl. She is...
She's a yes girl.
Yes, she talks about, I'm a legend. Like, she has so much sass. She's talking about, I'm a legend. Like, she is still talked about. Like, her sass is still talked about in the family. And,
died while diving at the river.
Yep.
17.
Oh, man, she did do a good job with it all. Okay, I was sitting here for a moment. I was just like, that is so tragic, honey. And she's like, it was, but I lived the way, she died the way she lived, having fun and on her terms and young and beautiful. She says, I'll always be young and beautiful in everyone's eyes. So I'm not sure if you know the family, Bobby, but they still to this day do things either on her birthday or on the day of her passing. One of those days she showed me they still acknowledge her and commemorate her life, and she wants them to know how much. Oh, you're still a part of the family? Okay. That she still sees that, and she's honored. Also, someone in the family or has been named part of her name. I don't feel like someone has been named her entire name, but it's part.
She died 3 weeks. She died 3 weeks shy of her 18th.
Someone has been named part of her name, and she's just an acknowledgement. She sees what's going on. Oh, Lexi, your daughter. Okay, very good. She's saying, yep, that girl's as beautiful as I was. I'm telling you, this girl, I love her spirit. If I had her confidence when I was her age, my goodness, what a beautiful, beautiful. And she's saying that her namesake has the same sass and the same kind of confidence. And she says, look out, world, here she comes. It's me, number 2. All right, thank you so much. I just have to, Alex, you did a really good job. You did a good job giving me your name and the person who belongs to's name. I would not be surprised at the amount of energy if this spirit came through, because my husband moderator, should have been pulling a spirit, but about the time, or pulling someone, by the time he should have been pulling it, his computer froze. So I had to pop over there and quickly grab a spirit. And another guy stepped up. I was like, yeah, no one. So spirits will do anything to put you in front of a medium. Trust that they're around you. Trust, trust, trust.
Cajun Girl 880. Grandma Audrey. And Cajun Girl's name is Elizabeth.
Okay, Cajun Girl, Elizabeth. Grandma Audrey. Okay, so Grandma Audrey, she was a good old Southern grandma. You're welcome. You're welcome. She was a good old Southern grandma, showing me that she did the put up things. She showed me she canned, but she's using the term put up. She put up things. She did the church going. Was she Pentecostal? She showed me church going. I was asking if she was Baptist, but I'm getting more of a Pentecostal feel from her. Also, she is showing me baking. I'm not sure if it is pies or cakes were her specialty, because she's showing me strong Catholic. She's showing me that she could make both, but I'm feeling like pies were her specialty, more like a cobbler. She very much enjoyed like those.
Yes, love baking.
Yeah, she did love baking. It was like, and she was making me feel like she did a good job on both of them. But for whatever reason, I'm feeling like pies were her thing. I don't know. Yeah, stiffle and pies. And someone has her recipes. She's showing me. Someone has her pie recipes, and
Is she around my dad?
she's around a slew of people. I just have to say. Who's with you there, Grandma? I know I didn't call her Grandma. I don't think she's making every time she's looking at me like. She has a younger man with her, and she also has, like, her husband must be in spirit with her, but also it does look like a son. Also, it looks like she has a brother over there with her. She has quite a few people over there with her.
Momo Mac.
Momo, okay. Grandma Audrey was Momo Matt?
That's what she said.
Okay, yeah, because every time I called her Grandma, she was looking at me like, it must give her shivers. Like, oh, don't call me that. That's not my name, but I'll take it. She has several people over there with her, and she is saying that I'm surrounded by love over here as I was on earth. So this lady had a blessed life. She's showing me just had so many family members that loved her. Everyone still adored her. People still talk about how much they loved her and how much they miss her. And she was always wise counsel. Like, she's some, you know, anyone on here that has someone around them of an older generation who can give them wise counsel, make sure you honor that.
Yes, we still talk about her, and she wanted to know, will she be around when her dad has surgery?
Okay, so who's this young man with her? There's a young man over there with her. And when I say young, I don't mean young. It feels like a generation below, like a,
I thought you said uncle. I thought you said uncle.
oh, I said uncle.
I thought you said uncle energy or...
Yeah, I did think I did say that. They're all running together. My moderators keeping me in line. She has a younger energy over there in spirit, and she's really wanted me to talk about that as a male. It feels like maybe her brother, your uncle, something like
Her
that.
sons are alive, but her husband passed.
Well, how her brother? Does she have a brother over there? She's really wanting me to acknowledge that. So we're not going to waste a lot of time on it because I know this is alive. We're not going to muddle through these spirits going back and forth. But she wants me to acknowledge it. Feels like her brother. So I guess it would be your great uncle, not just an uncle. It would be your great uncle. For whatever reason, it's important for her to acknowledge that her brother is with her, your great uncle. And she says she's around you all. And she said she's loving being a spirit because she can be around everyone at one time. She's like, when I was on earth, I could only be in one place at one time. She loves that she can split her energy and be around more than one person at a time. So just know that just because she's around you, she can still be around her dad and her other kids. She loves that. She can be involved in everyone's life.
I saw her the other week.
Good for you. Did you see her? Was it like an apparition, or did you see her in like your third eye? I love that when people acknowledge that they can see their spirits, because so many times, I mean, I just did it so much. You explain it away. You have thoughts dropping in your head, or you see your spirits and you just kind of explain them away because you're like, surely not. Why me? Why me? We call that an imposter syndrome. Of course it's you. All right. Thank you for letting me read your grandma. She is lovely, lovely, lovely. I want to thank y'all for being with me tonight and being on my live. I appreciate y'all joining me and claiming all your spirits. And also thank y'all for when my moderator's computer went down. Y'all were very helpful. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have I don't know, when will I be live again? Maybe in a couple of nights. What's today?
Shoot for tomorrow, Tuesday.
Tuesday. Maybe tomorrow, Tuesday. Tuesday sounds good. I teach a class Wednesday, so if I went live Wednesday, it would be later. But I'll shoot for tomorrow if everything goes all right and I'm feeling it. It's a really full day of readings tomorrow, so I have to see how I'm feeling. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I appreciate y'all so much. Have a very, very good evening.